Comparing me to mwana wako next door when you don't even have the bank balance. Ya papa wako next door. Ya mama wako next door. You wanna compare me to mwana wako next door?
Yeah. I've got this feeling that I get.
Welcome back to the life of Sky with I Ntsei-Sky, so fly the content, aka petty cash, petty money, petty cash. And yes, it's me. I'm back again, pretty as hell. What you thought? And yeah, today I just wanna rant. These are one of those videos where I'm just gonna be talking about whatever it is that I want to talk about. This episode in particular being about things that parents do that get on my nerves. Hashtag road to 10th a hour for every hour, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm not gonna waste you guys' time. I just really want to get into it because I'm in the zone, you know what I mean? I'm in the zone to go off. And I feel like, am I the only one that feels like there's just something, there's a certain kind of anger that your parents just bring out of you? Like, it's just wow. This video is a little bit personal, for me. Okay, let's just get the obvious out of the way. What is it with parents treating you like you asked to be born? Parents really complain about raising you like they didn't know you were coming, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't just rock up here, you guys did the things and I was here. And I kind of personally feel like the way parents treat kids is so unfair because we are rendering a service. Okay, let me not speak for everybody. I'm rendering a service because at some point my parents wanted to build a family. They wanted to have kids. They could not do that without having who? Me. So by me being here, I'm what makes them a parent. You wanted to be a mother, I gave you that. Okay, you wanted to build a little family of your own, I gave you that. So what you're not gonna do, honey, is take my services for granted. You get? Parents, it's like parents think they're so selfless. Like, parents think they really do like, obviously there's some parents that they do everything for their kids, but I don't know how to explain. Like, some parents think they're so selfless. Like, I do everything for you, I take you to school, I feed you, and you know, when you were young I was staying up for it. Now it's like, that's not you being selfless. That's you taking responsibility. And I don't know, because that sounds like a you problem. You know, you sound like you have a problem, and quite frankly it's not my fault. Like, I don't know what's up with parents, guys. Like, these people really bug me. Another thing that parents do, that I just don't understand. Like, I even talked to my parents about it. Like, I don't know what's up with this. My parents do this, they'll be sitting next to each other, my mom out loud will ask for coffee. I will make it, I will bring it, I'll put it on the table. Then my dad's like, oh, you're not making any for me. Like, bruh, you saw me going up and down. Now that everything's done, that's when you wanna ask? Then you bring the tea. After the tea, they're like, can I have a biscuit? Like, bruv, why didn't you ask me when I was standing there in the kitchen? Like, while the thing was boiling, I could have brought the biscuit, I could have made the sandwich. Now, okay, sharp, I bring the biscuit. Now you want me to go fetch the blanket? Like, guys, this thing of the fat of a child is to be sent needs to come to an end, because some people don't know how to act. Guys, it really takes nothing to be like, hey, can you please make me some tea with bread and bring me my blanket? All of that done. All in the same 15 minutes, instead of going up and down. Because I'm also trying to chill, child. I'm also trying to chill. There are people out there, and you know the thing, parents like to pull that, you know, there are kids in Africa, they are starving, when are you throwing away the food? Like, okay, but you also have 2 legs. There are people that don't have legs, there are people that don't have arms. You are so blessed, you can really go stand up and make this sandwich and this tea for yourself. Honestly, this is kind of like, sometimes I just be thinking stuff like this, like, you're really gonna pull that African child card on me? And then you're gonna also have limbs when you can also stand up and do it for yourself. And my problem is that I don't mind being sent. Don't get it twisted, guys, I don't mind being sent, but guys, come on, it's Sunday, it's day in my family, like, it's even coming back from the break, and then you still want me to go up and down. Guys, the ad break is literally like this small. There's only so much you can do. Like, get everything out of the way. So Anyways, I need to calm down, child. You know what parents need to, guys, I'm really going off, hey? Hey, this thing is personal. You know what parents also need to stop doing? They need to stop comparing kids. Parents, if you're a parent and you're watching this, don't compare your kids to other kids. You're gonna be saying, oh, mang, Wako next door doesn't do these things. Just say you don't know, because I know that girl. She's at the club every Friday, okay? You're trying to make her seem like she's a wholesome child. I really know she's popping it for a real one. Wanna be comparing me to someone that you just be seeing 2 days out of the whole week, child. Oh, mang, already finished. Mang's already working. Where nothing's going for you. You see, had you not failed that one time, had you just took my advice that one time. Honestly, so guys, there's no manual to this life thing. You can really take all your parents' advice and you can still fail in life. You cannot take your parents' advice and you can still fail in life. You can take your parents' advice, you can make it in life. You cannot take their advice and still make it in life. Guys, please, there's no cheat code. There's really no cheat code to this life thing. Obviously, guys, please obey your mother and your father. Like, guys, jeez, I'm not saying you guys must not be disrespectful. Like, please also don't get it twisted. But all I'm saying is that sometimes whatever your parents tell you, I look, the hard truth, sometimes parents' advice is just not the gospel, and sometimes parents' advice is really wrong. Oh, mang already moved to their own apartment. Okay, but back on next door, they have a G-class, they have a Porsche, and they're renovating. When ever since we moved into this house 10 years ago, we still have the same kitchen unit, child. I don't know what you're saying about that. Guys, you know, if I could clap back there. Guys, please don't compare me, because I will have an answer to that. And there's some parents, they compare you to the kids wako next door, while the parents wako next door do better than your own parents. Sometimes don't use certain families as an example, because when I start referencing their parents, it's gonna be quiet. It's gonna be mad quiet. It's gonna see for tsitsi kama. Do you hear that? Do you hear the silence? This is mostly like, this video is mostly for parents that are like the older generation, probably not these young ones, but parents that are so strict. Like, why y'all so like strict? Parents really confuse me. I don't understand why you have to be strict. I don't understand why you just can't talk to your child nicely. So God gave you this child so you can show this child the way. This child isn't born having knowledge. It's not born knowing everything, except for me, child, because I've just been that girl ever since I was born. I've always just been in the know. I've just always been the moment, and that's just that on that pure. Anyways, so you're supposed to show your child the way. You're supposed to show them what's wrong and what's right. So some kids, they genuinely just don't be knowing. Marawe, now you're gonna come screaming at the child like they were supposed to know something that was not known to them. Why do you scream at your child if they didn't know? Where were they supposed to know from if you didn't teach them or you didn't tell them? I really understand when parents get frustrated if they've been singing the same song to you, but in most cases, like the first 2 times or 3 times, bruh, like, why are you screaming? Strict parents don't really know that to a certain extent, like, they're doing themselves a disservice, because you're gonna be strict, you're gonna be screaming and getting angry all the time, and then your kid's not gonna want to tell you anything. They start to fear you. So they don't tell you anything. They're scared of you. And then 4, 5, 6, when they're in their 20s, it's like, you know, you can talk to me about anything. You know, it's just like, I just want us to have that open channel of communication. So, like, who are you dating? Like, you know, what's happening there at school? Like, why do you think I would just tell you that information? Why do you think I want to share with you who I'm dating, where I'm going, what I'm doing at these parties? Why do you think I want to tell you that information? Because growing up, there was always taboo. And I know that, like, I don't have to put it, like, I know that for some parents, there's a time for everything. Like, probably in grade 7 or grade 9, you're not supposed to be dating, you're not supposed to be drinking. But on the other hand, in this kind of a generation, Kids are already doing stuff like that, whether you like it or not. They might not tell you, but they're already doing it already, you know what I mean? So you just have that open channel with them, guide them like where you can, because either way, whether you don't want them, the thing about a child's gonna do what they want to do. Just like me, child, one thing about me, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I can, like, if I set my mind on something, you can't convince me, because I'm gonna do it behind your back or to your knowledge. If your child is open with you, they'll probably tell you things like, oh, I have a boyfriend at school. You don't have to yell at them, oh, what are you doing, what like, you don't, even if you don't agree with what your child is saying, hold yourself, bring yourself towards yourself, because now you're not going to know anything anymore, and now we're going to do things behind your back, and it's going to be like, oh, we don't know Ntsei, because Yana, she acts two different ways when she's in different places, but it's actually you, child. You made your child that way by not having a clear sense of communication, for always creating fear. They feel like they can't tell you anything. They feel like you're not one with them. They feel like you're going to scream at them for everything. Some parents, they do things to their kids knowing that there's nothing that their kids can do about it, because they're gonna slap the, I'm your parent, you know, you don't know anything. When are you disrespecting me? Like, I don't, why like, why you're treating your child some type of way, and you're doing it because you know that there's nothing they can do about it. Because when they speak about how you raised them horribly and how they feel like they can't open up to you, you're gonna gaslight them, and you're gonna feel like what they're saying is not true, and you're gonna invalidate their feelings. And what's that? Facts. Other reason why, like, I feel like some kids or some of us, we can't open up to our parents, especially black parents will use that thing against you in the future. You say, okay, let me be transparent. Oh, I'm jolling with mang. Oh, we're doing this for 5, 6 is like, oh, it's your boyfriend, it's your girlfriend that's drunking you now. That's why you're failing at school. Jiggy, it's being used against you. And sometimes you just need to tread carefully with your child, because Mina, if I can say, Luena, your new boyfriend is drunking you, eh? 4, 5 seconds, 5 minutes out of the divorce, you're already feeling yourself. Sometimes you must also just slap that thing. Guys, please don't do any of these things. Let me tell you, parents, they can't take what they dish. Where must kids know how to be kind? Where must they know how to be respectful? Oh, you can't say that about my divorce. Where would I have learned respect when you also don't respect me as your child? Guys, let me tell you, there's two types of respect. There's respect by virtue of someone being older than you. Then there's genuine respect that you have for someone. And I feel like some kids, they just have respect for their parents because they're older than them and it's their parents. But in reality, they wouldn't really have that kind of respect for their parents, because their parents are not nice people. They're not respectable people. They don't treat their children with kindness and respect. They don't want to hear their kids' opinions. I don't understand why parents do this. Another thing, child, woo! You know, when parents speak, they speak about how when you bore them, you wara. When you want to have your opinion, you can't talk. Like, I used to have that problem. When I want to have my opinion, my parents would think they already know what I want to say. So then when I'm already getting halfway into my sentence, but like, why are you even worrying me? Because when I think I know what you're gonna say and I walk away, it's gonna be a different chat, child. You know, because I'm like, guys, I heard you out. Why can't you hear me out? Because when you talk, I listen. Why can't you listen when I talk? Where must I learn to listen when people speak, when you don't do that to me? What parents need to do is stop doing things because other people did it. Nah, my parents raised me like this. Okay, they raised you like that. You don't have to raise me like that. And now my parents used to beat me like, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. They were beating you with electrical wires. No, that's not a good thing. Now you want to do that to me. I'll call child line, because that thing is not right. Just because someone's old doesn't mean that they're right. Guys, parents are so annoying. Like, parents are so boring, and in most cases their arguments, like, they don't give valid arguments. Like, parents don't know how to reason. Their reasoning is so bad, and when you reason better than them, then they're gonna say you're disrespectful. Like, one thing about parents hate the truth, guys. Parents hate the truth. What's up with parents feeling entitled to your money once you start making your own money? Like, why do they start to feel like you owe them? If I grow up and I have my own job and everything, I should give my parents money because I want to, and it's from a place of kindness, and I genuinely want to give it to them, not because I owe them, child. Ooh. Very few parents will finance their kids to go study music or archaeology or some funny stuff like that. Some parents, even in this day and age, are just like, it's my money. If I'm paying, then you're gonna study this thing. You're not gonna be studying these smolanyana drama, these smolanyana TV presenting things. You're not gonna do none of that. Like, your parents are so controlling, and they manage to control kids because they know that they provide the life for them. Like, I feel like it all stems from the fact that they feel like they're doing their kids a favor. Like, oh yeah, if you don't study this thing, then I won't do 1 2 3 for you. Like, bruh, you're not doing me a favor. Some things are just responsibility. Just say that you hate raising your kids, bruv. Parents are the problem, which is why I say disappoint your parents today. Get that piercing today. Get that tattoo today. Dye your hair today. Go chase that career today. They will be okay. They will, honestly, because let me tell you guys, parents are gonna die. So go chase that. And guys, let me tell you, stuff like piercings, stuff like tattoos, stuff like dyeing your hair, they really have nothing to do with the human character. I could really be the greatest, most God-fearing, most down-to-earth person with all these piercings. It really has nothing to do with the kind of person that I am. And people really need to stop having that kind of a vibe, man, that kind of a stigma. I told you, this video very personal. You're gonna act, and you're gonna make it big in life. You're gonna end up acting in international movies. That's when the parent now, oh, my child, I've always known that you can do it. Like, shut up, you a hater. Parents are such haters. I'm popping and you want clout. Sometimes you need to tell your parents that they want clout. Support your kids, and even if they fail, that's how life is. They will learn along the way, because it's better for them to learn through their own experiences than your experiences. You don't know everything. You might be older, but that doesn't mean that you know everything. You do have wisdom, but it still doesn't mean that you know everything. It really angers me how boys and girls are not treated the same growing up, which is why Hans, they grow up always getting the short end of the stick. That's how I feel. I feel like girl children, when they grow up, they get the short end of the stick, and they get used to the fact that they're going to get the short end of the stick. Whereas growing up, men start to get away with a lot. They start to get away with crime. They start to get away with a lot of stuff, because also when you grow up, they always treat females, they always teach females to always pardon males. That is so weird. I feel like women back in the day were just kissing ass to be accepted by men, and that is so sad. That is honestly so sad. Like, women, like those old women, you guys really want to be accepted by men? Oh no, that is not the hill you should die on. I don't think that is the hill that you should die on. Men are embarrassing, and men will embarrass you, and they have on numerous occasions. Parents, they generally can't respect other people's opinions. Like, parents are so opinionated about things that are none of their business. Like, yo, and they can discriminate against you because of their own opinions. Like, oh, mang, she looks like she believes in what, she looks like she's into what. Oh, like, bruv, why is that person in your mind for free? Why do you care what they believe in? You're worried about people that are minding their own business. I'm gonna confide in you, tell you that I'm depressed. Oh, what's there to be depressed about when there's so much food? Like, bruh, I said I'm depressed, not hungry. Don't fight with Ntsei. She's gonna be coming here, she's depressed. You know, parents are so boring. Like, it's not funny, but like, why do they do that? Not gonna understand why the child feels the way they do. And the other thing, they're not gonna want to tell you, because you've always made it so hard to tell your kids everything. They're gonna tell you that they're dating, you're gonna shout at them because they're dating. They're gonna tell you that they're depressed, you're gonna make them feel like their depression doesn't exist. Why would they want to tell you anything? So if your child tells you that they have mental problems, or they're feeling some type of way, and you know that in your own personal capacity you can't help your child, or your child does not want to be helped by you, make the means to try find help for your child. It's not for you to understand. Find your child some help and just be there for them, even though you don't understand. I just wish parents gave their kids a sense of privacy. This is why some of your kids don't want to stay at home. This is why some of your kids, with the first chance they get, they're trying to get away from home. And not because home isn't nice. You aren't nice. You make home not to be nice. I really hope you guys share this video severely with your parents so that they can watch it and that they can hear the gospel. But with everything that I said, respect your parents, even though you don't agree with what they say. Sometimes you must choose peace, guys. Anyone's parent that wants to fight me, I will drop location. But in the same spirit, they're the same people that hold your blessings. Respect your parents. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys will tell me what you think about this video.